Example number 3. Identify a rational number between two given rational numbers. So the trick here is to find a fraction between 0.6, negative 0.6, and negative 0.7. Here's your solution. You can use a number line. To find a decimal number between negative 0.6 and negative 0.7. And if we draw a number line, negative 1, and 0, we can locate our two numbers on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is negative 0.6. This is negative 0.7. And so our solution is going to be any number that's between here and here. So, a decimal between negative 0.6 and you know what? I'm going to add a 0. It doesn't change the value, but it still makes it true. And 0.70 is, well, if you think of it as 60 and 70, any number between that, let's just go with right in the middle, could be negative 0.65. That is one example. Now we can take this a little further. So it could be 0.61, could be 0.62, 0.63, 4, 5, 6, 7, 0.69, doesn't matter. As long as that 6 is there, any digit other than 0, well, anything added after here that isn't a 0 will make it between the two numbers. But let's try change the decimal to a fraction. So negative 0.65, as an example, is the same as negative 65 over 100. The 5 is in that hundredths position here as a decimal, which is why we put it over 100. So now that we've converted it to a fraction, we can say a fraction between negative 0.6 and negative 0.7 is negative 65 over 100. Make sure you read your question. It was asking for a fraction. That's why we're doing this fraction bit. So you can do that. You can put this into lowest terms. So another fraction between negative 0.6 and negative 0.7 is, well, let's see, we can divide top and bottom both by 5. So if we did that, we get negative 13 over 20. And I'll just mark here, divide by 5, to show you how we went from this fraction to this fraction. They're equivalent fractions, so they have the same value, but they are different fractions. So that's an example of how to find a fraction between two decimal numbers. Give it a try now on the Show You Know.